like coaching ourselves mainly because the group that you're in is usually quite an intimate group. You can do coaching ourselves across a larger group if you break it down, but I think it works well with an intimate group, and we do work well in smaller groups anyway, and the way our place is structured, it suits our structure. In saying that, it's a really good, coaching ourselves are really good modules to be able to control yourself. So you actually control the way that the discussion runs. It is an opportunity to unpack some things as a team, and it really, I think, contributes to a lot of the team bonding that you might not always get to do outside the organisation across a long period of time, because as you can appreciate, being in a clinic, you're obliged to deliver services 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Sometimes that's what the expectation is, but we don't actually do that. But it's really hard to close clinics and be able to do those team building activities, whereas coaching ourselves is nice, compact, it's efficient. It's over in going in how long it's going to take you, because it's really nicely timed, and that's what speaks to the groups that we actually deliver it to, because they like to have those clear-cut timeframes.
I like the way people get to experience facilitating part of a workshop without the pressure of having to prepare for anything. A team building activity without it being a structured team building activity, it's a byproduct of the way the process works, and I think it brings the team together. I like the way people get experience facilitating.
The Coaching Ourselves sessions allows certainly our management team to explore issues more openly, a bit more depth, look at the theory behind some of the issues that are happening in the organisation, and to sort of discuss issues that we wouldn't otherwise get an opportunity to by focusing on the theory or the topics that's highlighted within the modules.
I remember the first time I did a Coaching Ourselves module, and I thought to myself, here's another strategy to help us managers do what we've got to do. Off we go. Yeah, let's give it a go. It was almost humouring the process, I guess I was, and being respectful, because I respect my managers, and saying this is what we've got to do. So participated in the process. I was pleasantly surprised at actually how valuable it was, because it enabled everybody in the room to contribute. There were some contributions that I didn't expect from other people as part of my management team, who jumped in and gave some really excellent input. I could just see people's lights turning on in terms of, I reflected on that, and here's my part to the conversation, here's my contribution. When I was getting the leadership team together for the clinics that I manage, there were definitely some gaps in knowledge, gaps in confidence, gaps in the way that we actually came together and made the meetings that we used to have meaningful. They weren't meaningful, it was just a matter of we're ticking a box, we're getting together once a month. No one can say that we're not, but I think I introduced Coaching Ourselves because you can actually relate topics to what you want to discuss as a management team, and it really starts to generate some deep, profound conversations sometimes, and thinking. You can get a better gauge on how your management team's thinking, the approach they want to take, and it actually helps you as the leader of that whole process to implement something that's team focused and everybody wants to take part in that. And I think that's the value I saw in Coaching Ourselves. I brought that out. So that was articulated and it was in a safe space. No, that's the other thing it does, it creates that safe space.
And that's been really helpful in building relationships with other team members, knowing that they may have the same issue. So being able to hear that from somebody else and then have that person to be able to bounce off in the future has been really good. I really like the way the workshops are time limited, so it just seems that the 90 minutes just goes by so quickly, nothing drags on, it's fast paced, and I enjoy that.
See Coaching Ourselves as being quite a good cultural fit. I think one of the things that is a feature of the Institute is, life's a little bit short. You've really got to grab the what do you grab by the horns? I don't know. You grab something by the bull. That's the one. You've got to leap off that cliff and give it a go. And and that mostly it isn't rocket science that's going to solve it. It's actually, common sense and a bit of bravery and good communication and, the capacity to innovate and reflect on yourself and be honest and transparent about your warts as well as your strengths. And I think the flexibility of coaching ourselves, the whole flavour, I think, of the modules is really about enabling a lot of that.